Hey, what's going on, world? Ainsley Dawkins here, and I'm shooting another quick video update on the stimulus checks and the stimulus package and what's been going on with Congress. Just recently, I got off of a conference call with one of the congressmen, Congressman Larson, out of Connecticut, and he was on there and he was spreading his views and his opinion on what's going on and his take back to what's going on, as well as the recent pass of the HEROES Act in the House of Representatives and them going forward with getting it passed in the Senate. Now this conference was about an hour long, where he went into details with the different programs that's within the current CARES Act program within phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 3.5, and right now we're kind of in the process of trying to get into that phase 4. So that's where the HEROES Act come in with the stimulus package and hopefully another $1,200 stimulus check. So some of the notes that I want to go across that I took down was some of the programs. He brought up some programs that are currently available in the current CARES Act. Some of those programs are for like people with unemployment. So if you're not getting through with unemployment, or say if you're underemployed, so say for instance you have a job, you're usually doing 40 hours, but now you're doing 25, maybe 30 hours. Now your employment was reduced. So there are programs within the current CARES Act that you can take advantage of through the state. And one of those I discussed before is the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance. And within that Pandemic Unemployment Assistance, I believe there's another portion of that bill that people can take advantage of that's going through your state's it's going through your state government, but it's funded through the federal government. So parts of it is that 600 boost that some people are getting. So if you're underemployed and you're not making over a certain amount with your part-time, so say, like I said, you're doing 40 hours, it got reduced to 20 hours, but you're not making over that threshold that the state has set up for you, you can go ahead and file for unemployment. And if you get denied for the unemployment, you can go back now and apply for the PUA in addition to the unemployment. So if you get the unemployment, that'll be good. But since you're working, you might not get the unemployment, but you can get the PUA, which is the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance Program. And there's different programs with it. I'm not going to go too much in details with it right now because there's different parts of the program that I'm not really clear of. He talked about it, but I'm not really clear of the whole thing. All I know that you might as well try to take advantage of it because the federal government already allocated this money for it. So if it's there, you might as well just take part of it. It might be a rough process trying to get through unemployment, trying to get through the agencies in order to get it done. But he said that this money is funded in the current act, which is the CARES Act, and it's supposed to go up until July 31st. But under the HEROES Act, it will be extended another, I think, 33 weeks until January 1st. So definitely, if you're underemployed, if you're self-employed, if you're 1099, he said, if you're a gig worker, just try to take advantage of it. So even if you're collecting unemployment and your unemployment is way under, not even way under, but it's substantially under the amount that you was getting when you currently work, go ahead and also apply for this program. Never know, that's ever $600 a week, $2,400 a month. That's more than the $1,200 stimulus check that they're trying to give everybody. So definitely, if you can take part of that program, there's a lot of other programs out there that to take advantage of. He said you can go to the government's website, your state and local government websites, to see the different sources that they have available. So if you're still waiting for your stimulus check, if you're still waiting for that EIP check, that stimulus check, and it hasn't reached you yet, definitely try some of these other programs to help out with your bills and with your bills and creating some funds for you. Another thing that he discussed about was the PPP. The reason why he discussed this is because a lot of people applied for the PPP, and the PPP is the Payment Protection Program. So the Payment Protection Program, a lot of people apply for it, but the process is taking so long that by the time they apply for it, there's a certain deadline that people have to spend this money within. So they set this back up in, I believe, 3.5 came out, phase 3.5, which gave it extra money. It came out, I think, about mid-April, end of April. So a lot of people, if they get approved within that time, they would have to have up to 8 weeks from when the stimulus check, up to 8 weeks from when the bill was enacted. up to 8 weeks after the bill is enacted. Basically, there's 8 weeks after a certain date that you have to use this money up by. And a lot of people are just now getting loans and stuff like that and the funding, so they're like, how am I supposed to spend this money up within that certain amount of time? So in the HEROES Act, what they are doing, they're going to extend the spending fund from 8 weeks to 24 weeks. So you have up to 24 weeks with the HEROES Act to spend the funding that you get. Maybe it's a loan through the SBA, one of those small loans through the SBAs for the PPA program. You will have an extra 24 weeks to take care of that. Some other notes that I took out, he said there are rounds of payments still going out for that EIP stimulus check. So if you're worried about you're not getting your check, definitely be aware of that. It's a lot of glitches and stuff going on. Some people who have filed for their dependent for their kids last 2-3 years, they're not getting the extra $500 per kid. So it's a lot of things that they have to iron out from the CARES Act, from the first CARES Act, this first stimulus package. It's a lot of the programs will be trying to put money in the state and local government, so over $1 trillion to state and local government, because they feel that the state would be best fit to allocate this money and disperse this money to the best. In the discussion while we was on the conference call, also a lady called up to talk about child care program. You know, right now a lot of us are quarantined, we have to stay home, schools are closed down, but if they want to open back up the economy and have people go back to work, majority of these schools, well, all the schools damn near, majority of the schools are closed for the rest of the school year. So no school will be opening back up until about August, September. So a lot of the problems would there be some programs, some of these child care programs was funded by the government or funded by certain programs. What's the status of those? And in terms of, is there any extra money to allocate for child care services? Because now they want people to go back, but schools are closed. You know, usually that's like a child care. You send your kids to the school so they can get their education. In the meantime, you're at work. So with the schools shut down, a lot of child care systems shut down because you can't have more than 10 within the more than groups of 10. So a lot of the child care programs and child care schools, child care establishments probably will go out of business because of lack of funding, because they haven't had any customers in weeks and months. So that's a definite thing that they're going to start talking about. If you can, call up your Congress, call up your Senate, have a talk with them, see if they can put that also into the bill, into the HEROES Act, to try to work something out with child. I'm not exactly sure. I didn't read the whole thing, but when I skimmed through some of the stuff, I don't remember or recall seeing anything in regards to child care. So that would be a big thing to discuss, child care and how we're going to take care of child care. Another big thing he talked about in this upcoming HEROES Act is the college loan forgiveness program. College loan forgiveness program, $10,000, I think, forgiveness. I think up to $10,000, and then there are going to be other programs to work with people with college loan debts. In addition to that, they're trying to say in the HEROES Act, for example, say that you are a college student and you're 18, but your parents can claim you as a dependent, but you are away at college and you're working. You won't be able to get that $1,200 stimulus check because your parents can claim you. What they're trying to do now in the HEROES Act is to be able to get you that $1,200 in addition to another $1,200 stimulus check if we go forward with this in the Senate and the president pass off on it and sign off on it. There's a lot of information that Congressman Larson gave out. I definitely respect him for doing that conference call with the people, so people can, you know, have questions. They can reach out to him. The questions were answered. It gave more of a not say security, but, you know, a little relief that you can talk to some of these congressmen and leaders and find out exactly what they're going on in Congress and what's their plans. So once again, it's Ainsley Dawkins, man. Some crazy times, some tiring times, but we're gonna make it through. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'll be doing some more videos, doing some updates. I'll be doing some mindset, because I've been working on a lot of mindset during this pandemic, so it's able to help my mind be on that right path and not, you know, have anxiety and depression and stuff like that. Just go about doing what I need to do in order to get through this. So I'm gonna be doing some videos on that as well as update stimulus packages, different programs that they have within that first CARES Act. There's some programs in there that we can take advantage of. So I'm gonna be doing some research and doing some videos on that. So once again, it's Ansley Dawkins. Hope you got some value out of this. Please like, comment, and share, and I'll see you next time. Peace.